You're going to need to stock up. I'm not talking about running and getting a bunch of milk and eggs if you can find them.
Right.
I'm just talking about anything that makes you feel warm inside.
Comfort food, yeah, definitely, because we are talking about some serious, dangerous cold coming our way. Doesn't feel too bad out there right now, but today it's about as warm as it's going to be out there right now. 49 degrees, taking you on out to DFW Airport right now, but this is a weather alert day. Now, we are going to have some light rain and drizzle, already seeing that develop out there, so the roads will be wet, but still well above freezing. It won't be until later today when we will have that possibility for that freezing rain, light freezing rain and drizzle around. So you see what it looks like around North Texas now. Look at that light rain starting to develop across the area. So the roads are going to be wet, and we know the crews have been out there treating the roads, but you'll still need to give yourself a little extra time as we get going today. So let's talk about that possibility of the freezing precip across North Texas. Now, as we head toward midday, looks like the scattered light rain will become a little more widespread across the area, kind of light and isolated to scattered right now, but it will become a little more widespread late morning heading into the afternoon hours today, the early afternoon. See that freezing line still going to be back toward north and west, and that's where we do have that winter weather advisory for portions of North Texas. We'll show you that coming up here in just a bit as well. But there's that freezing line moving into the northwestern counties, and then as we continue into the afternoon hours around 5 p.m. Still going to be all liquid, I think, for the most part. The exception will be the northwestern parts, maybe of the Metroplex, but notice the precip begins to wind down around that time as well. So that's going to be the good news for us as far as the freezing precip is concerned. That freezing line continues to push in, but the precip continues to taper off. So anything that we see as far as that light freezing rain and drizzle will be just that kind of spotty, light in nature. Bridges, overpasses could become hazardous across the area. So you see the coverage really tapers off. Still going to be about 50% around 5 p.m. You see those temperatures as we head toward 8 o'clock. We do get below freezing, but only about a 20% coverage as far as the precip is concerned, and it continues to taper off as we get into the overnight hours here for tonight. So that will be the good news. But again, that light freezing rain or freezing drizzle will be possible from later this evening into the early overnight perhaps. But again, that all tapers off. So that will be the good news. Then we will focus our attention on those temperatures, and they will be plummeting tonight. So we do have that extreme cold warning now in effect over a large part of North Texas for tonight. We're talking about those temperatures today that will be falling into the mid and upper 30s by late this afternoon. Those lows will get down tomorrow morning. We're looking at some mid and upper teens, and factoring in those winds, those wind chills well down into the single digits. We will be below zero, maybe as cold as -3 there in Denton. We'll be around 1 above, perhaps heading out to Fort Worth, and around 2 there in Dallas. And then the following morning, Thursday morning, we're talking about some low middle teens once again, and then those wind chills will be down in the single digits and below zero, looks like, for Thursday morning as well. So that cold air is going to be settling in for a couple of nights. Temperatures falling from the upper 40s here for today. We won't get out of the 20s for tomorrow. So yes, it is going to be quite cold for us, and then we'll have those highs bouncing back a little bit. By Sunday, we're going to be back into the 60s, and look at these 70s in the second part of the 14-day forecast. We're looking at some mid, maybe upper 70s by early next week.